Okay. So when we left off last time, the group had just met this kind of unlikely, I don't want to say savior, but ally. Um, it was early in the morning. People were getting ready for school or work or just coming home from work. And the sun did not rise. And you all underwent a pretty gruesome transformation of your own, each turning into a unique, horrible monster straight out of, God, who knows what kind of horror movie. These weren't just standard werewolves or zombies or vampires. I mean, you're all pretty unique in your appearances. And when this had happened, you had all basically converged over on Alistair's. Was it Alistair? Death. That was your character, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we all converged. You had all converged over on Alistair's dojo. Is basically where everything started popping off at the very end of it, and ended up fighting these two of these black metal clad creatures. They were somewhat humanoid in their appearances, but one of them had bat-like wings and a vulture skull head, and the other one was more just straight skeletal in their appearance. When you finally did take them out entirely, their bodies dissolved into shadows, kind of like one of those mirages on pavement where it looks kind of wavy and water-like. Well, that's what ended up going on with these the remains from these creatures. They just kind of took on that appearance and just poofed away. Creature, whatever, this thing they felt familiar. This shark-headed, raven-winged monster was able to show you that they were able to turn back into a human, and they showed you a little bit about how to do that themselves. They offered to take you with them to teach you more about what you are, but you had to leave right away. And the session ended with everybody getting in a car and heading in that direction. I can't remember whose car did everybody get into, because Thomas's car was pretty beat up. I can't remember if that was the car or not.
I think
both. You talking about me, Thomas, or that Tom?
Whoever Thomas Carey is.
That was me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I left my car and ran.
Yeah, but they stopped you, or that dude stopped you. So
you'd come back.
Both me and Cannabella had cars at the dojo, so we could have taken both, I assume, because there was quite a few people, probably more than would fit in one car comfortably.
Because I think I remember the session ending with everybody agreeing to go with them. I'm not sure, but that's where I'm going to turn it back over to everybody here.
I reluctantly agreed, but I think everybody else was on the same page.
Yeah, I agreed to definitely go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Okay. So yeah, you guys could take separate cars. You could all hop in one. The person that's here now, they're gonna get into somebody's car. Whose car are they gonna? Who wants to take them with?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna take my car. So
okay.
Anybody who wants to ride with me is more than welcome.
And I'm definitely going to take my car because I just need to be driving.
Plus, we don't have any way if we want to go home. You know what I mean? If we don't take our rides, so gotta take the car.
Okay, so everybody's taking their own separate cars.
No, I'll get in with.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll ride. I have to ride with somebody because My car is way, way, way back at the school.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
right.
get.
You're more than
I'll-
welcome to ride with me, sir.
I will go with Isabella.
All right,
All right.
I'll ride with
Oh boy.
Alistair.
What?
So the new guy, the NPC, who you guys never got the name of, is gonna hop in with
MacGuffin. I
yeah,
thought you said his name was MacGuffin.
yeah, that's right. It could be MacGuffin. MacGuffin's gonna jump in the car
Austin
with
MacGuffin.
Thomas.
Oh, good.
And that's because you were the most freaked out, and he's going to try and calm you down on this car ride while giving you directions out down Route 37 out into the Pine Barrens, where he's got a little setup out in the middle of the woods.
Can I get shotgun?
You can have whatever chair you want. So that's where it is. Everybody's in the cars. You guys are doing your drive. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other while you're doing this? Or do you just want to do the fast
I don't think
travel?
anybody got in the car with me, so I'm just gonna pound some death metal.
I thought Baha Tom got in with you.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Just bang your head to metal while you're just staring at him from the passenger seat.
yeah, I need to unwind. All right, death metal.
Honestly, same.
High to you.
For
High
sure.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and
Definitely just
pull the cars up
death
right next
metal.
to each other. Reach your hands out.
Oh, yeah.
What a dangerous game we
Absolutely.
play here.
Exactly.
I'll be blasting some Wage War. Need to be a good time.
Cars swerves away.
Were they out in
Question,
2000?
Duality.
Oh,
Are
2000.
we not scared of other people's forms simply because we have forms?
Yes.
Hate breed.
Okay.
Yeah, the
That was a
horror
good point,
factor
Doc.
doesn't kick in on each other.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, they were not out in 2000. It would be hate breed then. Yeah.
Strictly rules is written, yes, it should, but that is such a pain in the butt thing to manage during play, so I
That's cool.
I just have player characters immune to each other's horror factor. Otherwise it would be
Makes sense.
tripping every time. And yeah. All right. So you guys are driving down Route 37. Death metal is popping. Sounds like hate breed is going on. You get up right near at the time it's not old at the time. You drive up and you're getting near Howard Johnson and an IHOP, and you all get this twinge, that familiar twinge when you got near each other, that familiar this is something like me is nearby, and you see this person go barreling across the street being chased by another one of those black metal skeletal men.
I turn the car into it.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. You're one of those
Calm
people
down.
that doesn't
I
allow
have dark vision.
Right? Yeah, I attack the darkness. Magic missile. There are girls there. I talk to them.
Darkness.
I have monster form.
Jesus Christ.
Monster, human form.
Listen to your hate breed, Death, and let me finish setting the goddamn scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Fireball.
So the sun still has not come up this day. You guys are still running in pretty much pitch blackness. The only light is that you are seeing coming from the street lights and the different God damn it, Death, you totally ruined it. If everybody moves over to the city blocks, this will just give you an idea of what the roads look like, if you want to see roads. But yeah, the only light's coming from storefronts. It's coming from the different traffic lights, things like that. And you see this guy dodge across the road, and he ends up over. You know what? Go to the mini mart. go to the mini mart. He ends up in a parking lot of the mini mart, this local 7-Eleven that's there. And he is running from one of those black metal clad creatures. Nate, I'm going to move you. Okay. So, Death, you turn the car to go that direction, right? That's what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. The person you saw running was actually Nate's character. But you don't I don't know. Just Nate, do you know the people you know, it doesn't matter yet. Figure that out in a moment. God, Death just totally threw me off my mojo.
Okay, bring it back.
So you guys see Death turn his car into this parking lot of a local 7-Eleven. What do the other drivers do?
Follow?
Okay.
Probably would need backup.
Yeah, I would definitely. I'd say because it's a human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, come on, turn, get him. He's being chased.
Shut the fuck up. You want to drive?
This is why we don't let women drive.
Ripe 90s. Ripe 90s.
Don't cancel me.
The most ripe 90s thing to say.
How are you not in the kitchen
Yeah.
baking a fucking pie?
And then I karate chop you in the throat and say, get the fuck out now.
Are you seriously saying that?
Absolutely. Get the fuck out of my car. Shut up. I would definitely karate chop you right in the fucking throat. But I'd keep going.
I'm being serious about the women driving comment. I'm just telling you to get the guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys end up pulling into these parking lots, and the person you were chasing, well, you know, trying to go help, they end up running around the side of the building before you're even able to get out of your cars. And here we go. I actually have a nice, handy little scene all set up with a map. This is awesome, guys. Look at that. Hound. All right. Go ahead and describe your character, Nate, because this is the person you see running away from that creature.
Okay. He's a bit of an older man, not too old, probably like 36, 37. Got thick brimmed glasses, thick lenses as well. Wearing a cardigan, tan colored, and he's wearing some like khaki pants with like nice shoes, and got like a little bit of long scraggly hair with a really deep widow's peak. And he is just running for his life, panicking.
Okay. Appearance. All right. So you're panicking, running for your life, and the monster is kind of caught up to you. You're on the side of the building. You see where you're at, Nate?
Yeah, I think I do currently.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay. And everybody else is down here. So like I said, when you pulled up, so what are you guys going to do? You have control over your characters now.
To go
Gonna
try to
run
help
after
that
him.
guy. Yeah, yeah. I agree with Tom. Try to help the guy.
I mean, were you driving up beside of him?
Hmm?
Are we driving up beside him?
You guys could. In that case, let's go ahead and do this. Oh God, why am I not able to? Boom. You guys are able to drive up beside him, and you end up there. All right. So, not Tom, Nate, you are staring down this metal-clad, about 6 foot. It looks like it's a person like 6 foot, 6.5 feet tall, clad in like a suit of black metal plate armor almost, carrying a shiny metal axe. It's got this mohawk of white hair, kind of like an old medieval horsetail helmet attachment, like a mohawk almost. And it has this just molded skeletal face. There's nothing but black in the eyes. You don't see any reminiscent like human features at all. And it's bearing down on you. And you're just feeling stressed the fuck out. Like your heart's pounding in your ears. You're all sweaty. Like you are, like you said, you're freaked out. You're scared for your life. And this is where you're going to have your very first transformation. So what does it look like when you shift into monster form, and what does your monster look like?
I feel like with it doing this to me, this type of transformation starting to happen, it's guttural pain. It's just the moment I'm trying to run, I'm collapsing and falling onto the street. I'm just trying to get away. I don't know what's happening to me. The bones just shift, grind in under my flesh, and you could potentially see this like small worm-like tendrils rolling over the back of me and in under the skin, up and under my eye, and popping it out of a socket. It just rolls, bends, twists before expelling out of my chest. These like 2 tendrils, black, dripping, fall from my chest. The organs groan, gurgle, and legs burst out from each and one of them as they just start crawling over me like spiders as they come out of my chest cavity. The droplets that fall on the ground start becoming these like smaller spiders that start unwinding my flesh as if it was just mere webbing. And as they crawl up further, it just keeps unwinding my skin, flesh, and pulling everything from me. The tendril pulls at my jaw until it just bursts it apart like mandibles. And then, as my ribs finally collapse from the chest cavity blowing out, they just become extra appendages coming out of my back. And my flesh just finally unwebbed into this monstrous bone man spider.
Really?
Yep. It was rolls of the dice. It was rolls of the dice.
God.
And I said,
Great.
Frail's gonna hate this.
Yeah. So I may actually lose my cool seeing this. No horror factor needed. If that's his transformation, I'm freaking out.
No, I mean, get into like a good description of like the individual facets of your creature. Like what is it?
Okay.
Yeah. Like what does it look like more detailed?
In more detail, I would say it's the idea of watching, like, when you see like flesh stretch to a certain degree, and as it gets to a certain distance, it starts becoming white, and you see it's like a web, and just starts falling apart over what used to be muscle is just now becoming like the appendages of spider legs going back into places, pulling in certain parts of him.
Well, I meant more
if
like how many legs, like what are the pieces of your morphous?
I would say for the details of that, it's like these two black tendrils hanging from his chest as his main legs are trying to like bend in a certain way to be more back legs of a spider. The ribs are now overextended, now look like they reach greater. They look like now hands that slightly have less fingers, just one at the end of it. His face is probably the thing that took on the most grotesque. It's the skin completely got removed. There's holes where spiders made sockets in top of his head to be extra eyes. And that jaw fully split open. That just looks like mandibles on a spider now, as his tongue just hangs over, and the black tendrils occasionally just go up and pull it down further to just like fully let his chest cavity breathe.
Grody.
I'm here for it.
All right, so we got this big.
And Frel
man-
is running.
Yeah, I immediately hate this. And then, like, as soon as that happens, I yell at Annabelle, like, or Isabella, drive away! Don't come near it. It's horrible.
MacGuffin shouts out to you guys. He's like, "Remember how to transform. Just think that that's the form you want to be in, and it'll happen." To make an immediate shift, what you're gonna want to do, or you can do a full melee round shift. To do an immediate shift, what you'll do is you'll roll a d20, and you're gonna roll it against your mental endurance. So in this case, I rolled a 6. If I had less than a 6 if I had like an 18 in my mental endurance, that 6 would make that transformation instantaneous. And I would have gone from normal human to not human instantly.
Interesting.
Nate a journal.
So we have to roll higher than our mental endurance?
Under. You want to roll under your mental
Okay,
endurance.
so anything under, so meets it doesn't beat it?
Correct.
Okay,
Meets it
gotcha.
or
Thank
less. Nate, I also just made you your journal entry.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. I'll find your character sheet and I'll load that in there tonight as well.
Okay.
So, anybody doing any rolls for that, or are we going to go with?
I would like to, but I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
So some of my abilities take PPE to activate,
Yes.
but I don't seem to see on my character sheet a tally for how much PPE I have to use.
That's not right.
Should be under PS.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, underneath PS, there's you have PS, PP, PPE. You have 122.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
Yep.
I was expecting it to be in like the left column, and that's why I guess I didn't see it.
It shows up better on the notepad document I gave you. The player journal
Yeah,
in
that's
this
what I'm looking
thing.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use your PP, Death.
I mean, I do to take peas.
Oh, Death's PP is pretty small. It's only 13. And 21, depending on which form he's in.
From the ground.
Feet. 13 feet from the ground. Oh, I'm good at playing that game too.
Don't pick me up off the ground.
Hey-oh.
God, I made a character like Love
I rolled a
Sausage
4
once.
to transform.
You
instantly.
transform instantaneously. What does your monster look like since Nate has never seen it before?
So I don't have to explain the transformation.
If you want to, you can.
So I sort of just crumple and my arms shoot up. A second set of arms comes out from my back. A pair of hooves come out from my knees down, and I grow a back end, and 2 more legs pop out of there in my centaur form. And I grow these crystalline antlers from my head. My skin goes translucent and has a soft little translucent glow sort of to it. And you can see my muscles underneath. And there are moving tattoos all over my body. And that's about it. Oh, and I have shards of crystal that come out of my arms and chest and everywhere, and my antlers, of course, are crystal as well.
Very cool. I mean, horrifying. That's horrifying.
Terrifying. Okay.
Terrifying indeed.
It's terrible.
What's everybody else doing?
I told you, I'm telling her to pull the car away.
Go! Go!
Yeah, like get the hell away. Yeah, get away.
I don't know what to do with that. Do I leave you? Poor kid. Feel sorry for the kid.
Poor kid, he's an old man.
No, I'm talking about you. Should I leave you?
You poor kid.
You can't leave me. I'm in the car.
I know.
Leave me in the car with the AC on, okay?
You want to push? Yeah.
Crack the window.
I mean, I'm screaming at you to like, if you're not gonna pull over, that's fine. I'm gonna jump out of the car. Like you see me starting to scramble to get my seatbelt off, and I'm trying to do the handle on the door.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Okay, I don't want you to hurt yourself, so I gotta pull over and try and calm you the fuck down.
Look at the size of that
You just stay.
spider. Oh,
It's okay.
we're not
It's
going
okay.
near that thing. No. I'm not going there. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Okay, you stay here. Lock the doors. I'll be
that
right
I'll
back.
do. Like locking it 9 times.
So those ones you have to manually press
Okay,
down
cool.
too.
Hyperventilating
Right.
like crazy.
Yeah, so I'm definitely leaving you. I'll just leave it
That's
running.
fine.
Just
Yeah.
don't fuck with music. Don't mess with my favorites or nothing like that. Don't touch nothing. Don't smoke in there. Don't do nothing in there. Don't look at it. Keep your hands to yourself. Sit on your hands. Just look out the window. Hyperventilate. Everything will be fine. I'll be right back.
I'm
go save that.
deadlocked staring at the spider. What was Grayson's occupation?
I am a tailor.
Definitely wouldn't.
Oh man.
Fitting.
So he messes with your radio. Like he pulls out one of those manual like pull out things on the radio, changes the station by hitting the seek button, and then like jams it back in to lock that station in place. And it was back on old dial radios from the 90s. So good luck finding that station again.
God damn it. Little fucking punk. Swear to God. Swear to God. How old are you again? Can I legally fight you?
I'm like, what are you mad at me for? I'm not touching anything. I'm stuck staring at this freaking thing. I don't think you understand how paralyzed Death with his when he brought out spiders in his game.
But
I would be
if you were
paralytic
frail
right now.
to participate, don't put spiders in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, dude, I'm stuck staring at this grotesque spider abomination in front of me.
We might just not describe your character's appearance from now on, Nate.
That's absolutely fine.
We're
Nate
gonna
turns
have to
into a
play-
monster. What kind of monster?
I transform.
What kind of monster?
He
A
turns into
scary
a
one.
puppy.
That's
A
very
puppy
scary.
with 8 legs.
Dude, we're playing Night
With
Fantasy
7
Back.
legs. Okay.
Well, no, he's got 9 legs. But
No, I have a role play way. We're good. I'm just in person. My character would be having a huge panic attack.
Absolutely.
So they're having their panic attack. Cannabella, you're going to turn into a monster, I assume?
Sure, why not? Will you please hush? Mommy is very busy right now.
I'm not saying you have to.
You
I'm just
don't-
asking if that's what you're doing.
Are you talking to Thomas?
No, no, I'm talking to my puppy. She's whining it.
I know it was a joke.
Oh,
All right. So I'm going to move you over with this group here. And you have turned into a monster. What does your transformation look like, and what does your monster look like?
well, it's super cool. I shrivel up like on the mummy. I like it shrivels, but I turn into like this corpse, and then all of a sudden it turns into like metal. So like I have like a metal exoskeleton, and then my hand comes out, and it's this huge fucking dagger thing, and it's got all this really cool like symbols or maybe like a weird language or something like etched into it. Super cool. And I think I'm blue. I can't remember. Do I glow like
Very cool.
moonlight? Something like that. She's a badass.
Okay.
So you won the card game of still being able to look cool and not monstrous. Got you.
Dead. Yeah, totally. Totally.
I was not that lucky.
Some would say you won. Nate.
He does have a maxed out horror factor. Death, what are you doing?
Yeah. Let's go transform and kick something's ass.
All right, roll me a d20.
You got it, House.
Go away, dog. Meow. Is that equal
Most-
to or less than your ME score?
ME, that is more than my ME score.
That is more than your
ME
ME score. So you are unable to transform instantaneously.
fine.
Instead, you are undergoing your transformation. You are in the very beginning part of it. What does that transformation look like?
Like the way I envision it, my whole skin sort of ripples and begins to like tear and start to slough off my body, and like I start to rip it off in chunks, splattering it on the concrete. Underneath, black fur. That's all you see as I'm beginning to transform.
Okay. Here we go. That's the beginning part of it. All right. So, we're going to do just a quick sample type combat here, just to get you used to rolling dice, Nate. and get everybody else a chance to do the things that they wanted to do with their dice as well, if they wanted to try out any other abilities, and kind of just refresh the system a little bit. This is a D20 you go, I go system, so to roll initiative, just go ahead and roll a D20, and then you add your initiative bonus to that total. So I have a grand total initiative of, I believe, like 11 for myself. Yeah, an 11.
Okay. I can't quite see mine though, so.
You rolled a 7 plus whatever your initiative is. Tom's at 12 plus.
2, so 14.
14. Oh, MacGuffin needs an initiative roll. Ugh, 6 plus 2, he's at 8. And then the only other people I need rolls from are, well, Cannabella. And if Frail's going to do anything other than shriek in terror at the giant Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, whatever a spider can.
Maybe that's what's helping him calm down. It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Just advance as fast as he can. See the spider cries like a girl.
I think it would be good though that he has a couple turns where he's just trying to psych himself up.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody is going before the skeleton guy. So to do anything, you roll a d20 again, and you add your bonuses depending on what it is you're looking to do. So if you're looking to punch, strike, use any of your weapons, that's d20 plus strike. If you're using any of your special abilities, that just is whatever your ability says. Things like Shadow Blast is just a d20 plus bonus to hit. So, duh.
Got you.
Who was first? Not Death. Because
Isabella?
Death needs to finish transforming. Yep. Isabella is the first one on the initiative order.
Shit, hang on. I'm trying to follow with what you were saying. I gotta do math. Hang on. But I gotta find the thing that I need to do the math with. Okay. Do math. All right. That's all I got out of it. Do math. But I have all of the things that I need to do the math.
Okay.
So
What is it you're looking to do? And I'll tell you the math that you're going to do.
okay. So just so I understand, we have a very tense situation. Nate's changed. He's disgusting. Everybody's scared. And they're either turning or slowly turning, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do we know him? Do I know this dude?
I don't know. Do you guys know who Grayson Hodds is? Did you
No.
recognize that person? Like, you all know each other somewhat. Besides him, you at least like
He's a
exist in the same
tailor, right?
circles. Yeah, he's a tailor.
I would probably know him from where I buy my suits for school.
Okay.
Okay.
My work suits.
I'd probably know him. Yeah, I'd probably know him. Okay. So
He gives
then
that hot teacher's discount.
My
Okay.
workshop is hodgepodge.
So okay, so dumbass had me distracted earlier. So did I see him change, or was I busy trying?
I don't know. That's up
That'd
to
be funny.
you.
She just starts beating up the spider like, "Don't worry, Hound, I'll save you."
Exactly. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
want
don't know
to
which one it
make sure
was.
I know who that is.
Did he run into the
We'll
mini mart?
say that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that I saw that it. Like I got a glimpse that
Okay.
it was him, so I recognized him. So I'm gonna leave Thomas in the car to have a mental breakdown and just take deep breaths. You know. in and out. And then I'm going to run over, and I've already changed. So I'm probably just going to like run and jump at that hound thing with my knife hand and just slice into it as much as I can.
Okay, so you're going to go do the slicey slice. So what you're going to want to do in this
Slice.
situation is roll a d20. And your math that you're going to do is a bonus to strike. So you rolled a 10. You have a +3 to strike, parry, and dodge. So in this situation, since you are fighting a hound, and they have an armor rating of 13. So you have met the armor rating of the target, meaning you do successfully strike it. So now, damage needs to be rolled. You have in your damage for a full strength punch 6d6, but you have a dagger for a hand. That dagger does an additional d6 points of damage. So you do 7d6 damage. And because of your strength, 7d6 points of damage. So, da. All right, you smash it for 22 points of damage. Your dagger hand rips into the armor, causing a pretty significant dent and a bit of a crack into it as well. We'll put you there. And if you need, you can control your tokens as well now, guys. That is all within the realm of possibilities. The next person on that initiative order is going to be Tom, Baha Tom, or Daniel.
I'm going to move over here and attack him. I'm doing just a full strength, so nope, but I don't miss. I miss.
Sure. Even with all your bonuses?
Oh yeah, I only have the 2
Okay.
for plus.
All right. And then after that, it looks like Mr. Sharky Raven Wings. He's gonna flap his wings over and go and try to take a chomp out of this guy with his sharky head. He's gonna definitely do that. And he does 7d6 points of damage as well. 24, just chomp. So we have seen a grand total of 46 points of damage laid into this thing thus far. Which will now bring us to it, the hound. It's going to advance on Nate because that's who it was coming after to begin with, and it is going to roll to attack. It only needs a 5 or higher to hit, which it did get, a 6. Now, Nate, you have some options here. In combat, you can dodge, which will use your next attack in the combat round. Okay. Or you can parry this attack. Your spider body is fully capable of parrying a punch from this thing. And that does not use an attack. All you have to do to parry or dodge, your choice, is roll higher than a 6 on a d20 with all of your bonuses.
Okay.
Or you can just take the attack.
I feel like right now Grayson Hodds is still in the mindset of trying to run away.
Okay.
So like he's not even really paying attention to himself. So I feel like it would just be like a flailing motion to try to like parry what this thing's trying to do as he's getting up and trying to run into the mini mart.
Okay.
Now the bonus for that, is that just... Which one's that under?
Strike, parry, dodge. So this would be a parry bonus. Let me see. I got your character sheet somewhere.
Yeah, I was trying to look at it. I'll go ahead and roll this then for you.
I got your character sheet. Night Bane. Nate. Night Bane. Your bonus to parry is 5. What'd you roll? You rolled a 16. You definitely parried. You have successfully parried. No problems whatsoever.
Okay.
So you do not take any damage from that attack character sheet. I'm going to load that into... There we go. Let's load your character sheet into your journal. So yeah, boom, that is done, which will bring us back to the top of the initiative order. I'm just going to have Death's character finish their transformation now, just to get them into the mix. And Frail, you have the opportunity to get into the mix as well this round if you want to change your mind and make any actions. Now's the time to declare.
Nope, my action is to stay in this car as long as that spider thing is out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it possible within my turn though to run into the mini mart or no?
Yeah, you have you can have enough to get into there.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say run to the car.
That would be hilarious.
Get out of here.
I was already let me in here. Let me in, boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to run in, so if that gives him a chance to be like, okay, it's inside. Now I could do something.
Okay.
Because that was my intentions, was to run into the mini mart.
All right. So yeah, you get just inside the door. You'll stumble just inside. So that brings us back to Cannabella. Wait. Let me double check. Oh, wait. Death rolled a 17 on his initiative. So Death would be number 1, and then Cannabella. Death going once. Okay.
I'm here.
Just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so to finish my transformation, I would, as I begin like ripping off big chunks of skin, I slowly start to rise into the air as like my chest piece like expands, and like there's like a bang, and then there's like a bunch of meat that shoots out of my back, and you can see like the beginning tops and bottoms of a jet engine.
Nice.
Yeah. And I begin to like slowly rise off the ground.
Okay.
Essentially, I look just like a black werewolf, except not a wolf, more cat-like.
Got you.
And you can act this round as well.
Oh, okay. I will see. I'll step right here. As I'm stepping up, I'll draw my sword and attack that hound.
All right.
So that is... So I just roll 20 for that, right?
Yep. Roll a d20. Add any of your bonuses to strike.
I'm looking for where they're at.
You have on your bonus to strike in Morphous form.
2. It's it.
Yep.
Plus 2. Okay.
No. In Morphous form, you have +5 to strike.
Oh.
It's underneath bonus Morphous in combat.
Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a dirty 20.
That was a dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20. So you successfully do hit. Your damage is 5d6 on a full strength punch. Plus, you said you're using your katana, which is
That's correct.
3d6.
So 8d6.
So you're going to do 8d6 points of damage. $35 plus the 40 that we did before brings us up to about 75 points of damage. And I'm going to say that this was a weak one, so this thing is showing significant wear and tear. Cannabella, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm going to take my knife hand and just like slice across, probably, I want to slice probably like right under his ear. Just try and go like all the way across his throat.
Alrighty, you're trying
That's
to go
the
for
plan.
throat slice.
Throat slice.
That was a missed it. 14.
got
You
a
definitely hit.
14.
I hit?
You hit.
Yay.
And your damage for you is full strength 3d6. No, wait, that's restrained. Full strength is 66 plus another d6 for your dagger. So that is a grand total of 7d6 that you need to roll. That is a grand total of 15 points of damage on the 75. That is 5, that's 80, 90. We're going to say that is enough to knock it down. This one hits the ground, and it does very much what the last one did. It hits, and it kind of does that shimmer away, kind of like a mirage on hot pavement. It just kind of disappears. Okay. Boop. It's gone.
Nice.
Did this one
But
leave
the
behind
threat
a-
isn't over.
The threat isn't over. The sharky guy, Nate, you see this guy that has like a shark head and these big black feathery wings, kind of like run over to the door, and he just kind of like demorphs. I mean, like his body just kind of reconfigures as he's running over to the door, and you see a pretty fairly normal looking guy, probably about 5'6", brown hair, light complexion. Looks like he goes on the beach every once in a while. You guys are on the shore after all, and he's wearing kind of just beachwear, pair of jeans, an old starter jersey. He's like, calm down. You need to calm down. We're here to help you.
I feel like that I witnessed him running up and turning back into this.
Mm-hmm.
Did the hound do something similar to him?
No, the hound just mirage vanished.
Vanished when it first showed up in front of me.
Oh, no. When it first showed up in front of you, this thing just chased you out of, like, you were just running. You were already outside, and it just, like, came up on you and chased you, and you ran.
Okay.
You didn't see it transform at all. Like, it was just...
Okay. I feel like looking through the eyes of that I'm not sure if my mind is playing tricks on me. That, like, just being near the hound and then seeing these other people just start turning into things and running at me
Okay.
was already alarming.
So...
It's like more of these things are coming.
Gotcha. So the one thing I do need to add, because I forgot, because I'm a bad GM, you feel like this. You feel like this. It's kind of hard to explain. You can sense each one of these people that are here. Each one of these monsters, you can feel them, like, and it's like a familiar feeling. It doesn't like invoke any kind of emotion. It's more like feeling you get when somebody's staring at you from across the room, but without the ominous impending doom or anxiety that goes along with it. You're just aware of that they're there, and that there's some kind of familiarity of that feeling. Like you don't feel like you know everybody, but you like that feeling feels familiar, and you can feel it coming from each of these people.
Okay.
Not saying that that's supposed to make you feel better.
Yeah, I was saying like more along the lines. I still don't recognize the face that's standing in front of the window in front of me.
You won't recognize
Like,
this guy.
Yeah, for sure. So it's still going to be like trying to practically get to the point where I am skittering on the ground more out of my own control, and
Okay.
just kind of like shifting over to here, hitting into the glass, trying to lift my arm to just stop hitting the fluorescent lights above me. And I'm just like, stay away from me!
Is anybody else gonna kind of jump in here that might know him?
Did I recognize him with his back turned to us?
You could have recognized him when he was running across the parking lot before he changed.
I'm going to turn back into myself.
Also, is there somebody in this mini mart working?
No, there is nobody in this mini mart. It is vacant.
Okay. Because I was like thinking like I'm just gonna run over here and being like, where is it? Someone help! But I'm sure all they hear is like it's just beating shit with my hands by accident. I'm saying sorry and it's like
I am so terrified, and I'm not even there.
just hearing that in the mini bar, it's like, nah, they got this. They got this handled.
Like, oh no, the creature's in the mini.
He's killing somebody in there.
I'll walk past MacGuffin
Okay.
and slowly walk in and say, Mr. Hodds. Mr. Hodds. And like take 2 more steps in. Calm down.
Oh,
Think about being yourself. What you look like.
I am myself.
Think about what you looked like this morning when you woke up.
What are you saying? What?
Think about the way you normally look, and you'll turn back into yourself.
Don't. What are you saying? What was that thing?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but the gentleman behind me in the doorway, Mr. MacGuffin, he's taking us somewhere to teach us about this new world we belong in.
No. What? Not making any sense to me. What is wrong with my hands?
Close your eyes.
I can't. My eyelids aren't there. I can't close my eyes. I see so many things.
Holy shit.
Think about when you're in your tailor's shop. What do you look like there?
And I grip both sides of you with my extra appendages. I recognize you. Why do I know you so well? I see and seems everything I know.
Because I bought this nice suit that I'm wearing from you.
The stitching, You always needed it hemmed your arms a little. Show off a little more on your arms because they made it too baggy. I remember. I remember. You. I see a little more clearly. And at this point, I think like you're starting to see spiders coming out of eye sockets and starting to weave a little bit of flesh on his face.
Just so you know, the cord of my headset touched my arm, and I just had a mini panic attack.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
So, yeah, just you're seeing like as if like the spiders are part of like the hive mind inside his skull are starting to like knit and pull it back into this flesh on him, as he talks more about the seams and how he like made sure that this worked out in the way you wanted it. The suit needed to be able to have a flex material near your shoulders because you typically wear your suit jacket all the time. And it's starting to like bring his face back a little more. The rib kind of snaps back and it kind of hits the front of your chest a little bit as it now becomes his ribs again, and the tendril kind of grips up at his throat. And now his flesh is starting to come back more and more. And he kind of just falls to his knees and... What?
I'll walk over and put my hand on his shoulder and kind of pat him.
What?
It's okay.
What happened?
It's okay now.
What is it? What is this? What fell this night? What happened?
Something weird's happened.
No
and
kidding.
We're gonna go find out about it.
Okay. Why is no one working this minibar? Who just leaves it unlocked?
I don't know.
And I start walking over to get a drink somewhere.
While he's doing that, is there an office?
Oh yeah. There
And is it unlocked?
Yeah. So the office is. Let's see. You are this one. This is the office here, and it is unlocked.
Okay. Is there any computer in here? It looks like it controls any security cameras that are running.
Yeah, there'll be a computer in there, and like the security camera thing for the mini mart, like the little panel thing that shows all the different cameras that are on this floor and outside.
All right, I want to use my computer skills.
Okay.
Computer operation 44%.
What are we looking to do?
To turn off the security cameras.
Okay.
And to erase the past 3 hours worth of stuff.
Well, this is the 90s. So the way that this works is that they record to
cassette tape.
It's a cassette tape, and they have a stack of them that they cycle through every 30 days. And the old one gets overwritten. So on one wall, there's
that's what we did.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to find the VCR that's recording in this one and just take it out.
Searching around the office, you can find that pretty quickly. It's just up on one of the shelving units, behind the desk.
Okay.
I'll pull everybody.
All right.
Question for you, Duality.
Da.
Do you have to be in your Morphus to use talents?
Yes.
Or can you use them in your facade? Okay.
Have to be amorphous to use talents. I think there's 2 or 3 that you can use in your facade form.
Is See Truth one of them?
See Truth, I believe you must be in Morphous, but give me 2 seconds.
It doesn't say that you can do it in facade, but it doesn't say you can't either, so I was just double checking.
If it doesn't say, then you got to be in Morphous.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it'll give you explicit statement that it can be used in facade if it can be.
Oh, okay, perfect. Just making sure, because then I would have a hard time with Nate's character.
Well, and so Nightbane we'll get to that when you use that power. Say Nightbane are kind of a special case. All right. So you are able to find the security footage, videotape, and rip it out of the VCR. So while the cameras are still going, nothing is being recorded.
All right. I'm like, I grab a drink and I walk over to the register and just lay like a $5 bill down to pay for mine and his drink that he took, and then just walk him out to the car.
And you could have just bought like 5 drinks for that back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's what I was
yeah,
thinking
but
about too.
that's all I had on me as a 5, so I didn't have any ones.
Back in the
Oh,
day.
you shouldn't have to pay for me. I can pay for that.
It's okay.
Where's
You're
the
good.
clerk?
Let's go.
Why is there no one here? No one does their job anymore.
So the reason why nobody might be here is because the sun did not rise today, and the sky is just a sheet of total and complete black. In fact, all hell's been breaking all along the Jersey Shore and presumably everywhere. Early news reports had it going, at least from what we were able to see, on every major news station. So, nationwide, nothing but blackness in the sky.
What is this?
We,
This is.
we haven't quite hit the 24-hour news cycle stations yet because 9/11 had not happened in this timeline because it's still 2000.
Oh, they're gonna take the towers.
Got a year before you have 24-hour news. I apologize.
You just gave death a goal.
We're gonna fight something at the base of the Twin Towers.
No, he was going to cause it.
Oh, got you.
Oh, man.
Makes sense.
I'm not that kind of terrorist.
I was gonna say, his
Sorry.
character does have
Andrea.
jet engines on his Morphus.
That's true. I could crash
That
myself
was
into
the, that was the
Twin
joke.
Towers.
His
That was the
I don't
joke.
think it
His
was
jet-
too hard to, like break through a window, but yeah.
Okay.
His only jet fuel is the only type of jet fuel that can burn planes.
All right, we are veering wildly off topic into 9/11 jokes. So
Super off.
we're gonna have to reel that back in a little bit.
College Humor did a really good skit about that if you haven't seen it.
I have
I'll
not.
have to check it out.
I'll have to go look for it. So MacGuffin's gonna be like, okay, all right, you're back in your human form. Let's get back in the cars. Let's get out to my place. I'll explain everything that's going on. Everything's gonna be what it's going to be. I'm not gonna tell you everything's gonna be all right because it's honestly not. But let's go. Do you want to come with us? It's much safer if you come with us. And he's talking to you, Grayson.
I kind of gently pat. What is your character's name, Tom?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yep.
Daniel. I will stick with Daniel now. All this, everything just doesn't make sense to me right now.
It doesn't make sense to me either, but we're going to figure it out.
Right, boy. All right.
And so I'll, lead him out to Alistair's car.
Okay.
What happened to that old vehicle you used to have? This ain't it.
Oh, it's at the school.
I'd always recognize when your car was pulling up.
Yeah. The old Cutlass.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't. This is Alistair's vehicle.
Hello.
He teaches martial arts.
Oh, hello. Hey, how are you? I'm.
The skin is starting to come back around my face, and I'm like, "Hello."
A grotesque boy.
And I extend you a slowly declawing hand.
Oh. and I begrudgingly shake it. I guess I gotta get
yeah.
used to this.
It's a lot, man. Don't feel like you're the only person who took it poorly. But please hop in. We'll head to our sharky friend's
MacGuffin.
base and hopefully get some information. MacGuffin, yes.
Yeah, his name's MacGuffin.
Such a gentleman.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys get in his car. You're all in your individual cars, I should say, at this point. And you are heading back out of town. Hopefully, Frail or Thomas has calmed down a little bit now that Spider-Man's
I
gone.
mean, seeing him walk out and go into the other car and relax because he's not in that form. But I'm like still on edge because, as far as I understand, we could change at any freaking point. And when Cannabella gets back in the car, or I'm sorry, Isabella gets back in the car, I'll be like, "What the hell happened? What is it? Is it one of us? What is it? Is it gone?"
It's the Taylor.
What? Taylor?
Taylor. They're just gonna say that every time, and he's still gonna be like, "I don't know who that is."
Taylor what? What was his last name?
I don't know. It was something about gray, 50 Shades of Gray, 50 Shades of Gay. I don't know. He was Taylor.
What is 50 Shades of Gray?
I don't know.
That didn't come out until Twilight.
No.
Oh,
That's
God.
true.
Right.
That's true.
So what you're
Oh my gosh.
saying is that there's a Spider-Man. Oh God, I hate that I even said that thing. Okay. All right, I'm good.
There is a Spider-Man, but he's not a Spider-Man anymore. Would you like a beverage? It is a mini mart. I did see some juice.
No, let's just
You
stop
need some
talking
juice?
about it. No, let's just
Do
stop
you need
talking
Red
about
Bull?
it. If they have balls, I'll take balls. Or Snapple Elements. One or the other. I don't care.
Okay, all right. Let me go grab you a Snapple real quick, and then we'll get on the
Or
road. Okay,
balls. If
everything.
they have balls would be great.
Okay, I'll check it. One or two. You want one for now, one for later?
Jesus Christ, Isabella, just get me something, please.
Okay, so then I go get his shit, and I come back and I give it to him. I'm like, okay, here's all your things. Okay, you ready? Are you buckled
Yeah.
in? You ready to go?
Balls immediately.
This is your sippy cup.
Probably, yeah,
You did
probably
just
get the
take a
balls
little
all over
piece
my chin, but yeah, down the balls.
You don't want that to be on the soundboard. Just Frail saying, "I down the balls."
Oh, balls are great. If you don't know what balls are, then you need to go order a pack online.
It's an energy drink, right?
No.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought it was like a
Yes.
soda
Yes,
just
it
had
was-
like sugary
it was
gelatinous
considered-
balls in it.
Yeah. No, that was Mundo.
Oh, okay. Because I got a
Yeah, well,
bottle
no,
for
sorry.
balls
That was
somewhere
Orbits.
around here. Orbits.
had the balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Balls were like a high guano, whatever it is, caffeinated soda.
I hope it wasn't high
Guani.
guano.
Not guano. I can't. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Guava?
Guana, yeah.
Guava.
Was it guava?
Right.
Okay.
Iguana. It had a high iguana.
Mm.
Iguana's a lizard.
Yeah, guano's
Yes,
bat
lizard
shit.
juice.
So I really
Right.
wouldn't want to
I
soda.
watched
Iguana's
this
a-
before Pet Detective.
Guava.
No, it's guarana. It's an energy supplement that they banned early
Oh.
on in the
Yui Sama, exactly.
late '90s, early 2000s.
So I got you a
those
fucking Snapple.
in Jaws.
Snapple Elements. Did you get me cactus? Did you get me rain, or did you get me dragon fruit?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit because it says dragon.
I'm sorry, that was power. Yeah, all right, power. Thank you. Sorry, I'm going with my Snapple Element drinks.
You're welcome. See, I remembered. Okay, everything's fine. All right. You don't have food, right? No food or snacks in the car, please. This is real leather.
If there's real leather, you should see scratch marks on the dashboard from where I was sitting.
What happened to my radio?
Can we just go?
Fine, fine, fine.
Okay. So you guys are driving down Route 37, and this goes out past all the town and the city, and you end up in the woodsy area where it's just pine barrens on either side. And he points over to one of these dirt roads, and that's going up into it. And he's like, "All right, yeah, turn here." And you guys, the lead car turns left off the main road, goes up this dirt road, and it goes. It's like a normal dirt road for a little bit. Then it turns into one of those rutty dirt roads where it's just where the tires go, and it loops around this little bit of trees, and it lands you in this yard of this old abandoned, like 2-story building, and there's a garage off to one side, and stables, an old stable and a newer stable there as well. This place looks like it's been abandoned since like the 70s, and you all recognize it from one of like the weird New Jersey magazines and part of like the local ghost stories. This is the Bamber Lakes Boys Home. It's an old shut down boys home where they sent young people for correctional reasons. And he's like, "All right, this is where we're holed up for the time being." And
How close are we to where the Jersey Devil was born?
That would be Leeds Point. That's a few hours down south, and I really don't recommend we go looking for him right now.
It's real? Oh my god.
So, no doubt you
Looking at
guys
this
have.
building-
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I was
go-
going to say, go ahead.
No, you go
All
ahead.
right, fine. I'll go. I'm sorry. Yeah, after you.
After you.
It's
your turn.
No, go ahead.
It's your turn.
Would you like to metagame this for me, Nate? Sorry. Is this cabin like condemned?
No. It's an old like 2-story, decently sized building from it's not condemned. It's been shut down since the 70s. The windows are all boarded up. The board from the door's been ripped off and kind of like dangling off to the side. The front door's still there though.
You have to know where I'm going with this already, based off of what just happened. Is this place covered in spiders? Are there spider webs all over the place?
No, there are not.
Okay.
There
All right,
are
then
not.
I'll go in. I will go into this place.
Cobweb.
We really are playing the Arachnophobia version of this game.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's dusty and dirty inside, but you could tell that they've set up that he set something up here. In fact, when you go in, you're gonna notice that they have you hear the hum of a generator going, and inside there are 2 additional people. A small mousy looking girl dressed in crust punk aesthetics, and then like she is dirty.
She a legitimate mouse person?
No, just a mousy
like
looking
mousy
small
in
girl.
size.
Yeah, like she's got kind of like a scrunched up face and buck teeth, and
Okay.
she's kind of mousy looking. She's got her head almost completely shaved except for like 2 long strands of hair that come down from the front and do like the long bang thing in front of her face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other kind of like nerdy looking guy. He's probably in his early 30s ish, maybe. Shoulder length, sandy blonde hair. He's got glasses, but just kind of like an old 90s kind of like class nerd, not like pocket protector nerd. Just his parents don't love him and don't buy him brand name clothes, and that carried over into his adulthood nerd. Definitely rocking his Kmart kicks.
Hello.
You must be the new arrivals that we felt when we were out earlier. Says the other guy that's in the room. My name's my name's Greg, and then the mousy looking girl is gonna stick her hand up, go, I'm Squeak.
Greg and Squeak. Well, it is a pleasure. I'm
Yeah.
Alistair.
Welcome. I see you've met MacGuffin.
Indeed.
It's good to see you're safe. Everybody's safe. Welcome to the rail station. Squeak's gonna be the one talking. She says, I'm in charge here. And this is the rail station. You're safe now. You're here with the railroad. You probably have tons and tons of questions.
Yes. Lots and lots of questions. What's going on with us?
Well, so we're all the same, and like you all get that familiar feeling from them as well, like that you got as each of you had your first turnings. Like you can all you feel their presence. You notice it when you're in their area. We're all what you would call, and you are now too. We're called Nightbane, is what we're called. And you've turned into your mom. You've seen your Morphus now. So you all know you have a monster that lurks just below what you can see.
Morphus? Is that what that's called?
That's
a Morphus?
That's what we call it. And there's a lot more like us. And since this happened, she points out we're out toward the door, where this dark day has happened. A lot of more people have undergone the change. Normally, not this many people would go through the change ever, but what we're experiencing now is causing every latent Nightbane out there to undergo their change all at once. And
so there's a lot of us.
There's a lot of us out there. There are a whole lot of us out there.
How come I've never heard of this before?
Well, you have actually. And MacGuffin's gonna kind of walk by. He's gonna pull a drink out of one of the cooler, and he goes, "What about you've heard stories of werewolves? You've read those. They have movies of them. Nightbane.
Of course. With the comment about the Jersey Devil, it all makes sense. It's
Nightbane.
every monster you've ever heard of.
Not everyone, but a good amount of them can be attributed to others like us. Somebody sees something they can't explain running down the road in the middle of the night. It could be a Nightbane. It could be something completely different, too. It could be what you saw out there, one of the minions of the Night Lords. But we've been in existence forever. We're relatively young. Mouse is the oldest of us. How old are you, Mouse? She gives him just this glare. Her eyes, which are normally a little, like, almost like half closed, they just kind of like shoot open and give him that like death stare. It's rude to ask a lady her age, but if you have to know, I'm 200 years old.
200.
After we undergo the first change, we age much slower than normal.
How? Then were you like 8 years old when you changed?
She's just gonna
Daniel.
glower at you.
Daniel. Just gonna put like, I don't.
That's a really long time.
The
to be
oldest
alive.
The oldest that I've met was born sometime during the Great Plague in Europe.
My word, that's some serious amount of years. I have so many questions about history now, but I know now's not the time for that. So
I have a question about these minions of the Night Court that you're talking about.
Yes. And that's the most important. That's one of the most important things, I should say. Not the most, but definitely one of the most important. It's definitely the most dangerous thing we have to worry about. And we don't know what the exact goal is here on Dark Day, which is what we're calling this, other than they're using this as an invasion. The Night Lords and their minions.
Invasion.
So, what would you say if I told you that just next to this world, through a mirror, there was a dark reflection of it, where everything was the same but twisted, and it was ruled by cruel, almost demonic entities that were capable of doing anything that they wanted to just with a mere thought.
I'd say, get the fuck out of here. This is Star Trek Mirror Universe shit.
Okay. Even though that it's 9 o'clock in the morning and the sky is a sheet of black, you would still say that.
Well, yeah, it's crazy.
And normally I'd say, yeah, it is. And you'd have every right to completely disbelieve me. But that's the reality of things. And these Night
So is
Lords,
this darkness going to stay forever?
I don't know. We've been in contact with with other rail stations and with our allies with the Seekers and the Nocturnes. We've talked to some of the members of the Resistance, and they're all seeing the same thing we are everywhere. Just blackness. It is the same sky across the world. Which, anybody that knows how time zones work, that's concerning, because it's mid-afternoon in some parts of the world right now, and they have the same black sky going on.
So then how come we're not freezing to death? If we're not within any form of the sun, there has to be something that's happening else.
This
Doesn't make sense.
This is a magical phenomenon, something that the Night Lords are extremely adept in. And what we're seeing now is it can only be called an invasion. The hounds, the things that you fought on the way here that MacGuffin told me about, those are hounds. Those are some of the most common minions of the Night Lords. They all seem to be cast from the same mold, and they're very rarely found on this side of the mirror wall. But now they're out in droves. They're everywhere. They're kidnapping people, they're murdering people, they're destroying things. They're everywhere.
So wait, were they... I look at Daniel. Was they trying to kidnap you at one point?
Yeah. I think so.
Same for all of you? Even you, boy?
Well, they definitely attacked us. I don't know about kidnap, but attack for sure.
I look over at the mousy woman. And 200 years.
200.
And you've never
Ish.
seen anything like this.
Not like this, no. We've seen hounds on this side of the mirror wall. We've encountered them in the Nightlands. But this, what we're seeing here, the sky being black everywhere all at once, unprecedented. Nobody knows what it means.
Okay. So when you similar to like something Daniel went through, he was able to change back. You the same thing?
Yeah, I can change as well. At will.
And this happened just willingly, or was you pursued?
Everybody's first change is a little different, but we all have something in common with it, and it comes in a time of great stress or danger. Mine, I was being chased down by some highwaymen while I was traveling home in the middle of the night.
You'll see Thomas with a very serious face and like a brooding like aura coming off him. He'll just take a couple steps forward and say, "How do we stop these Night Lords?"
Our goal here in the railroad isn't to stop them. We're not combatants. Our goal here is to find people like us, young Nightbane, and help them hide from the Night Lords. If you're looking to stop them, you're going to want to talk to somebody in the Resistance. We have contacts. We work closely. And if you're looking to take the fight to them, that's who I'd say you'd want to get in contact with. And we can arrange that.
I'll give you a nod.
What's the odds that the Resistance will win?
We've been at war with the Night Lords to a point where we don't remember when it started. They've been around since before recorded history. And as of Nightbane, and if there's any Nightbane that's old enough that remembers when the war started, we haven't found them, and nobody's giving us the exact reasons why. Not even the Night Lords will tell us exactly why they hate us so much, or why they hate humanity for that reason either. It just seems to be primordial on their side of things.
And they're coming in through the mirrors?
That is how you travel from the Nightlands to Earth, yes, through the mirrors, the mirror wall. Any reflective surface, but not every reflective surface. There has to be a corresponding mirror on the other side.
Can I make a radical suggestion? If you could find a way to play a tone of the right pitch, you could break every mirror in a large scale area. If you could use the emergency broadcast systems.
And Greg's
It
gonna
might dramatically lessen their ability to come here.
Greg's gonna kind of like lean in a little bit. He's like, "That's you said before. Somebody said earlier something out of science fiction. That is pretty close to science fiction. However, like she said, it's not every mirror, but not every mirror, and not just mirrors. You're all about to become intimately aware of many more truths that are going to seem completely outlandish from this point on in your life. The mirrors are just one way to get back and forth. And the Night Lords aren't the only ones that use them. We use them as well. So we don't want to lose access to all the mirrors in the world. And not only that, destroying every mirror in the world is ridiculous. It just would never, it's not feasible. It's not going to happen. But there's also the astral plane. There's the dreamscape, the dream stream. There's the different pathways, magical pathways. There's a lot of different ways to get to and from the Nightlands, and the Night Lords know how to use all of them. We, on the other hand, can't use all of them. At least not as easily as they can.
We can't, or we don't yet know how.
There are some of us who can, and there are some humans out there that know how, but it's not as innate to us as it is to them. Like you could, and he points over to a large mirror that's over in the corner of the living room that you guys are standing in. You could walk through that mirror and end up in the Nightlands right now. Normal people can't. But if we were to shatter that mirror, you wouldn't be able to just hop through and get to the Nightlands by going through the astral plane either. But some minions of the Night Lords could, and the Night Lords could send other minions through with their own powers.
This is a lot to take in.
He walks over to the mirror and he just kind of like, he puts his hand on it And he says, you're going to have to learn. You're all capable of doing these things, and you're all going to have to learn these skills. And his hand just kind of takes on like a liquidy aspect to it. And it just starts pouring through the mirror.
Yeah.
Until he disappears completely, and the mirror just kind of ripples like bathwater, like a drop of water hits a pond. And then a couple moments later, he steps back through and he tosses a rock up at, like, gently, like, you know, somebody like, here, catch a ball. And he tosses that toward Cannabella, because you were the last one talking. And it's fairly easy to catch. Like, it's not an aggressive throw. It's just like a, here you go. And it's just this reddish stone. It's kind of dusty. And all of you are going to have to learn how to use that skill. Something you're all capable of. And we're going to teach you that.
How long does
Okay.
it take to learn these skills?
Everybody picks up on these things a little bit differently. But we'll walk you through it. It shouldn't be too hard. You just need to stand in front of the mirror and pour yourself in. I know it sounds a little weird, but you're going to want to think about pouring yourself into the mirror. And if you concentrate and you're in the right state of mind, you're going to be able to do this.
And are any of us, and I look towards Hobbs, are any of us in danger of spontaneously changing?
No, the change shouldn't be spontaneous anymore. I mean, in times of great stress or danger, sure, you might change reflexively if you're being attacked. Or let's say you're about to get into a car accident. Your body might just take over and force the change on you. But from this point, you shouldn't be in danger of just changing. And again, we'll teach you how to control that further, so that it becomes as natural as breathing, and you can just shift from one form to the next.
If we don't want to be these things,
You don't have a choice. And you see a tail, this like snake-like tail, like come up from Greg's backside and like scratch like just above his ear and then loop back down. He's like, some of us, our forms are almost indistinguishable from our normal facade, which is what we call this, what you look like right now. Others, he looks over at Mouse. Others aren't able to hide their forms nearly as much in public. She's just gonna give like a little squeaky huff. Never needed to. Besides, it gave me a really nice nickname. So let's go on.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna ask.
I wasn't gonna ask.
I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask either, but it was more along the lines of like, Daniel, I don't like any of this.
Well, it's not optimal for any of us, but I mean, I guess it's the hand we've been dealt.
There's always a reason for something. Just like making a hem on a skirt, there's a reason that you hide certain things and make things work the same way. There has to be a web in why all of these things happen. I wonder if getting rid of this black sky actually would remove us from this altogether. Is that possible?
I don't know if we can get rid of it.
Did you say that loud enough that anybody else in the room could hear?
Me or Nate?
Yes, both.
I did. I said mine loud enough. Said I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. So
Or like the changing part. Like, is that what you meant by your thing, Nate? Like,
I'm just like thinking through Grayson's head of like how everything is such a strange thing, especially now hearing that they call their human form a facade. He understands that it's like as if they're saying the Nightbane is just who they are, and it's something that's like rattling him a little bit.
got it. If you, but did you say your things out loud enough that other people in the room could have heard?
I think we're all in a semicircle to some
Yeah.
extent, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure he would hear the conversation of him saying like to Daniel, just like, Daniel, I don't like. He's saying it to somebody he would trust.
Yeah.
To that sense of like, I don't like this. Like they're just gonna say, well, you're gonna have to suck it up. That type of thing where he was like, Daniel, surely we're both in the same boat. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah. So it's like
I
just
do.
in that.
I just don't know what we're gonna do about that though.
Right.
So I mean, we don't know if the world's going to go back to normal.
Yeah.
And Mouse is gonna interject there. She's like, I can assure you that you are going to always be a Nightbane. I can't tell you if the sky's going to turn back or not. Like I said, we've never seen this before. This is completely unprecedented. This is alien territory for us. We don't know. And I don't want to come across as cold or unfeeling, but we need to teach you at least how to be safe and hide. And if you choose to join the resistance, seek them out. We do have contacts. We work closely with them. I can get you in contact with one of our people there. If you want to take the fight to the Night Lords, that's something you could totally do. If that's what you want to, if that's what you want, I can make the introductions. But whether the sky turns blue tomorrow and the sun comes up or not, you're always going to have this dual existence now. You're going to have your facade. You're going to have your Morphus. Doesn't make you any less of who you are. You're just now two things in one.
Yeah, but now I don't know what to do with myself.
If anything, it made us lose goal of what we wanted to be.
That's not uncommon. When I made my first change, I had the world shattered. 1 minute, I'm just a farmer's daughter doing the normal thing, we did back in the 1800s. And now it's 2000, 200 years later. I know how to use that computer, which is back when I was born would be considered witchcraft. And I still don't know exactly what I am. I look like this, and then she just kind of like lunge, like she doesn't lunge aggressively, but she kind of like lurches forward a little bit, and she like her head turns into a mouse head, and she's got little mouse hands. Like she just turns into a mouse person. And I look like this.
Oh.
And then she kind of like slinks back down, and she looks like a normal person again. Sorry, I had to. The look on your face. The look on your face. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, you can tell Thomas was shocked by that real quick transformation.
Oh God.
and it's like realistic mouse too. It wasn't like Minnie Mouse
Yeah,
mouse person.
yeah.
Like it was like
Oh my God, that'd be
real
horrible.
mouse.
Don't even say that.
It was scientifically accurate mouse person.
Oh.
Like a larger Reaper-Cheap.
Like take a
Chinchilla.
mouse and put it in human clothes and make it 5'2". A crust punky 5'2" mouse on two legs.
Her back.
Thomas is gonna walk outside after calming down from that change.
Yeah, like kind of feel like in the same space at the moment. Like I didn't even see what I
Yeah.
looked like. I just knew that my hands were weird. I couldn't close my eyes. Like everything just didn't feel right.
You're saying that outside?
Um, I guess like just more in the sense of just how Thomas is saying, yeah, I'm gonna step outside. That's like just kind of get
Well,
over
no,
that.
I'm not saying I am. I'm just gonna turn around and walk outside
Right,
after that. Yeah.
right. So then it's like after that, like I'm explaining just from character perspective. Yeah, I would feel almost very much the same where you're just like that. I'm still not common with. It felt off.
I wouldn't recommend finding a mirror during your transformation unless you're really, really sure you want to know.
Alistair, was it?
It was, yes.
Oh, do you go by a different name?
No, no, just Alistair. That's
Okay.
me.
Um, I don't think I will be looking for a mirror, but at the same time, just I don't know why, and it feels strange to say, "Oh, you're looking out there," and I look at the rest of this group. You're out there now looking for young Nightbane. Like, has it always been this rapidly induced? Is this
No,
like just a large strain of things that you're just like, oh, we're commonly looking for 15 or 20 Nightbane? Or is this all of a sudden an infestation? I look at the mousy girl, no offense.
Um, an infestation. I'll be honest. We might have run into one or two Nightbane a year. We ran into 5 of you tonight. 4 of you. 4.
Which sounds like to me an
This is
overextension.
yeah. This is like I said. We are living in weird times, even for us. I mean, I'm a 5'3" mouse person, and this is not usual even for us here. Um, so yeah, I don't have all the answers. The best we can do is teach you how to use your abilities. If you want to run with us, we'll go. We're going to be looking for other young Nightbane, and by young we just mean undergone their first transformations, and make sure they don't fall into the hands of the Night Lords. Because if they do, they're not going to survive. Night Lords don't take prisoners, not from Nightbane at least. Humans, they'll put them in the work camps. They'll be used to forge dark steel. They'll be used in magical experimentations. But Nightbane they're executed on sight.
why do they hate us so?
We don't know. The only thing we know is we're actually capable of hurting them. Those hounds, they're almost immune to bullets. You can put them down with a gun, but you're going to need a lot of bullets and a really big gun to do it. But even your fists, they're capable of damaging them.
My sword seemed to work quite well.
Your sword is coming from you and your strength. I'm sure you realize that in your Morphous form, you are radically stronger than you are in your human form.
Oh yes, of course. I'm someone who is very adept at using strength, and I teach it in my dojo every day. So
What
the
type? Martial arts?
mine is Krav Maga.
Oh. And that mostly uses strength over technique?
No, not over technique, but technique without strength is pointless. Krav Maga is much about applying strength. It's not a martial art for competition or show. It's a martial art that was made by a military strictly for the purposes of winning hand-to-hand combat to the death. I chose to
And you,
undertake that.
who do you teach? Children or older
I mean,
men?
whoever wants to learn, yeah. They come to the school, they fill out the paperwork, they pay the fee, and teach. Well, I taught, I guess. I don't. It seems like our future is very up in the air right now. I guess maybe I taught. I
I
don't know how
look over.
useful it will be against these creatures, though. It's mainly good against humans.
I look around the room for MacGuffin.
He's right there.
Okay. MacGuffin, is it you? Your name, right? MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm. MacGuffin.
Um, I don't mean to be rude. Is there a way that we could just go to our homes, or are we stuck having to make this decision all together?
Well, they know what you look like. So they could appear at your homes looking for you. They're not just sending hounds, they are taking over the police stations, and they are replacing people with doppelgangers and shapeshifters. We know this. Your houses, if they've seen you, they're probably not the safest place. Could you go there and get things? Oh yeah, absolutely. You could probably definitely go pick things up at your home. I wouldn't recommend staying there. I mean, if you have other places you could go that aren't intimately known about you, different vacation spots, friends' houses, even friends' houses could be dangerous, but it would be better than your home. I just wouldn't recommend staying at your house. But yeah, you can go get things, and I'd recommend going as a group.
I look around for that Thomas, and is he still outside?
Yeah, I left right before that
Okay.
conversation happened.
So I kind of just like look over my shoulder a little bit to see where he went, and then I look to Cannabella. Is your name Cannabella in this, or is it something else?
Isabella.
Isabel.
Isabella.
Isabella. Isabella. Okay.
Isabella.
Okay.
Just call me
Isabella.
Bella. It's across the board.
Okay. I look over to you and go, "Where'd your boy go?"
Hell, I don't know. He probably saw a spider.
I don't see any spiders around here.
I didn't either, but he'd find one for sure. No, I think he went outside. It's a lot to handle.
I'm very much in the same boat. I pat Daniel's shoulder. I'm gonna see if maybe I can make amends with him.
Okay.
And I head outside.
Okay.
Are you still outside, Thomas?
I mean, I didn't know if they were going to continue their
Yeah,
conversation.
I wasn't too sure either. That's why I left a pregnant pause.
Pregnant.
But
I guess not.
okay.
So what's it's funny because you'll see Thomas, a little ways away from that house, trying to call his parents.
Really? Okay. Okay.
Trying to get. I mean, you said there's no signal, right?
Yeah, no, the cell phone towers are down.
So yeah, so I'm just like vigorously trying to call them, and like you just see me, trying to go through numbers on my cell phone and trying to call them, and then cursing, as I keep getting that do.
Mm-hmm.
We're sorry, all circuits are down right now. Or might not even that. Probably just keep ringing. I don't know. What would it do?
It's going to do the all circuits
it-
are down.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Are you all right, boy?
And then when you came out, I would just be like, "Son of a bitch! What are you doing out here? Don't scare me like that. Jesus. Just stay over there. Don't come near me, please. Just stay. Stay over there."
He leans up against the wall next to the door and just, I'm not moving any further, boy.
I'm not a boy. Okay. Appreciate that if you stop calling me that.
2 decades.
What would,
Thomas.
what,
Tom, whatever, just,
Thomas?
stay over there.
Thomas, my name's Grayson.
Okay.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. I'm a freak of nature, and I'm talking to a guy who turns into my greatest fear. This is a great day. So it's awesome. And I can't get a hold of my fucking family.
I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if I can make much of a difference there.
I'm not asking you to make a difference. I don't want to talk to you.
Fair enough.
Like, are you in control of yourself?
I'd like to think so currently, yeah.
Because I got news for you, bud. It's not going to work out, me and you. Whatever you got going on is not going to... You are the living embodiment of everything that I've ever been afraid of.
I understand.
I don't think you do. I don't think you could process how terrifying that was to see... Just... I can't look at you and not see it. I like turn my head.
He's
I don't mean to be rude. Yeah, I'm sure you're a great person. And you see my eyes closed and just turning away and giving you that comforting hand. I'm just really freaked out right now. I'm sorry. This is all just a lot.
the feeling is mutual, Thomas. It is a lot. I just wanted to make sure that you were safe. I think you left.
How safe could I be? I mean, are you gonna do you gonna eat people? I mean, I don't even know. What do we eat? Do we eat? I have no idea.
To be honest with you, I didn't even think that far. This is all fresh wounds to me. But
I just need you to give me some space, man. All right, just some space.
he gives you a bit of a two-finger salute and turns to the door, opens it, kind of looks over his shoulder, and then walks back inside.
Oh, I was just trying to think of when he told Grayson his name.
It was actually in the moment.
Oh,
Call me
yeah,
Tom,
yeah,
Thomas,
yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, right.
You can call me that. Not boy. I'm not boy. He's so panicked that he couldn't even remember when he said his name.
It was legit. I couldn't remember.
So it's so good. I'm gonna come back in, kind of just subtle nod to Bella and just be like, I think he's fine. He could be doing better, but he's fine.
Maybe he
We're
needs
gonna be
another
all right.
Snapple.
Those things will kill you.
Whoa. With facts.
Kill you with facts.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we know? I feel like we're already digesting so much information as it is, but is there anything else that we can kind of sit and stitch and hem through once we understand it fully?
Right now, I think maybe if everybody got some rest, and then we'll teach you how to figure out what talents you have, because you all have some kind of supernatural abilities now. We can figure out what those are, and we can teach you how to use them. And then If you want to stay with us, help out young Nightbane, rescue them, get them to safety, get them to the other rail stations. You can stay here with us, and we can do that. Or, as this one here, Mouse points over to Thomas, wants to take the fight to the Night Lords. We can get you in contact with our members in the Resistance and send you on your way with them. Whatever you do, I don't suggest going alone.
Well, if there's any Nightbane as young as Thomas out there, I'm sure I'd be of no help.
Well, what we would need mainly right now are people to just help us locate them and get them back to this rail station or other ones in the area.
How do we tell the difference between good ones and bad ones?
How you tell the difference between good people and bad people? We're all just slightly different than human, but we're all essentially still people.
Yeah, we're people, all right.
The only thing that changed from yesterday to today is you can transform now. And
power doesn't corrupt.
And, you know, the sky is a sheet of black, and there's metallic skeleton people running all over the place, kidnapping and murdering people, and the police are being replaced by body doubles. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much what it was yesterday. She kind of just giggles.
Right.
So, a lot to process.
Dude.
Is there a place I can sleep that's secluded?
She points over down the hallway, and you see at the end of the hall, one of the doors is open, and there's a few bunk beds in there and a small battery-powered lantern.
How many bunk beds?
There's 4 or 5 of them in there. You can see a couple up against the wall.
I'll look at Grayson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll walk over to Cannabella and whisper, "Can I have the keys to your car, please? I can't sleep in the same room as that guy." I'm sorry, Isabella. I did say Cannabella. It's too similar.
Fine. Just don't go anywhere.
There's nowhere for me to go. I'm a freak. Yeah, and then I'll like. What time are you guys waking up? I'll say over to Greg and Squeak.
We sleep in shifts.
What time should I be up?
Just get some rest.
Fine. I'll go out to the car. And put on night moves.
Night moves.
On the night move.
Remember that song well enough to sing it.
Working on some night moves.
All right, so you go catch some Z's. Anybody else going to do anything before rest is had?
No, I think Grayson right now, that's all he could think about is just resting his legs.
Okay. At that point, then, we're at the 2-hour mark. This is usually about as long as I like to run, unless people want to keep going. Or if
I'm going to keep going.
it goes by consensus rule.
Because Death
Good.
wants to, I'll stop.
Damn it, Frail. I'm going to kiss you.
No,
Whether you
I could probably play for like another 20 minutes, and then I'll start falling asleep.
Right.
But that's up to you guys.
All right, I'm good with that, Jenny.
Okay. Yeah, I know that, people are like me, they're old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest. No, Tom's the oldest. I always forget Tom.
Is
He's
Tom the
older than me.
oldest?
Yeah, Tom's older than
I
me.
am.
He is the last one.
I've gone to the
I
point
can
where
only be one oldest one.
if I sneeze wrong, I
Oh,
throw my back
oh,
out
no.
now. So I'm officially
Right.
old.
Mhm.
That I'm noticing all the actors and everything from when I was,
Ah,
you know,
yeah.
in the movies are starting to look rather old and gray. So like, yep, I'm old now.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
John
is 60.
Stewart is the biggest one.
Yeah.
John Stewart's got me fucked up.
I
with
know.
how he looks now.
Right?
Who?
John Stewart.
John Stewart.
Oh, dude, he looks so different.
Right?
Richard Gere is the only comfort I have because he hasn't changed in 30 years.
Mhm.
That and William Shatner.
Yeah. Once Shatner got big, he was done.
Yeah, Shatner's.
Keith Richards. He looks
Oh,
exactly the same as
God, yeah.
I'm convinced that man's a vampire.
he is.
Keanu Reeves is another one that's gotten real old and
I-
really hasn't changed either.
Yeah.
He is so delicious looking.
And he looks
He's got
younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do this real quick.
Or XP.
XPs. I need
So
this.
I had in our notes 150. Was that the total last time, or was that not the total?
That was not the total.
Okay.
I wrote down the full equation from last.
It was. Was it collective or individual?
It was collective. We're doing these collective.
That's why. Okay, that's why
So
I got
then-
screwed up.
You read us off each and individual total. What do we do with that number?
Just mark that on your XP totals, and when you level up, I'll let you know. I just know you guys have a
Okay.
little bit further to go
Okay.
before you level up. All right, so
So wait, we get collective and individual.
I'll give you individual bonuses. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
So
that's
it'll
why I
be
wrote this down.
what we'll do
Okay.
is the collective, and then I'll be like, all right, here. What do you guys think for these individual bonuses? Okay, so I'm gonna run through it. Who wants to mark down the collective experience?
Well, 1 second. So where is that on the sheet? Because I don't see.
Don't worry about it
XP
on a sheet
the-
right at
Just
this
put
moment.
it up top next to my level on my sheet. Bro.
Yeah. Don't worry about marking
Well,
it
how
on a
much?
sheet.
Okay. Well, how much did we get for last session?
Oh, that we do want
500.
to know.
Yeah.
500?
I can't.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I got last time. It's 500.
Okay.
I think
Okay. Good.
Tom
Alright.
got 750. I think.
Yeah.
I had 750 as well with the bonuses.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's just keep everybody at 750 for last time, just to make it fair.
Okay.
Let's do this collective experience first, and then we'll do the individual bonuses after. So there was killing or subduing a minor or major or great menace. I would say that you guys took out that hound, and that would be a minor menace because there were just so many of you, and there was only one of it. So let's mark 50 there.
Do I still get that even though I didn't participate? I think that was the same question I had last time. Too.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to everybody.
Okay.
Playing in character. Everybody played in character this round, so everybody gets that 50 for 100.
Ooh.
In everybody's own way, based on their characters, I'd say everybody exhibited good judgment. So another 50 there.
Oh.
Deductive.
I like this tally up.
Yeah, I like this too. This is a neat way of doing experience. Daring. This would go to an individual person or to the whole, like, individual people. Does anybody think anybody showed any specific daring actions in this session?
I just don't think combat was long enough for that it
Yeah,
would-
the two daring people so
Yeah.
far was Tom and Cannabella going in for the attack.
Okay.
I don't know. You had
Oh, the attack.
everybody
Yeah.
coming to your aid was kind of daring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's such a toss up from that.
Okay, so everybody that participated in the assist of Nate's character gets a bonus 100 experience.
So is that me or no?
Yes, because you did go. You just had to do a transformation for a round of action.
Right.
You said it's morphin time, and we waited.
deductive reasoning or insight. Do we feel like that the group did that as a whole? Everybody did something like that, or do you think that an individual person did that more so than other people?
I mean, I had to think about realizing all the monster stories, you know?
Okay,
That was probably the best instance I used. I don't know about anybody else.
let's give Death 100 on that.
Tom trying to talk Nate down.
Okay, that'll work too. I also like the idea of Tom's surveillance tape removal as deductive reasoning and good insight, because didn't want people seeing that. So how about another 100 bonus for Tom there individually as well?
Yep. And and Bella going and getting drinks for Frell's character. Tom, like, do you need a Snapple? What do you need?
I like that.
Trying to calm him down too.
I actually like that as a playing in character bonus. Let's give her an additional 50 for individual playing in character.
Yeah.
Like just a good
now
bonus right
truly the magnum opus of playing in character has to go to Bill.
No, your whole transformation thing was amazing, and the way you acted that out, that was A+.
You know what?
Or S.
I completely agree with that.
Okay,
The
let's
way
give
you acted out your transformation was amazing.
both of them because he did act in character with his arachnophobia, and the transformation was really good. Let's give them both an additional 50 experience points on the individual basis as well.
High five, boss.
Mine pales in comparison to yours, but thank you for your pity points.
I would also say that everybody who went and helped Nate's character did endanger their own life to help another person. So let's give all of those people 250 experience. Sorry, Frail, you hid in the car.
No, that's fine.
I don't think there were any critical plans in this session at all.
Hide in the car so you don't get hurt.
It's a very critical plan. I was thinking close to the idea of critical planning was talking about those things, and then Death talked about, oh, well, can't we just go and destroy these mirrors? That did deduct at least that it's not just mirrors, something that an understanding that it's like a realm gate rift.
So I would say instead of critical plan or action, I would list that as a clever but futile idea.
But conclusive enough that it started to dial it down.
Yeah. I definitely I think that was a clever but futile idea. So let's give him additional 25 experience for Death on that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks, Nate.
Yeah. And then were there any skill performances besides Tom's computer operations?
Frail peed his pants.
I don't think that's a skill.
That wasn't a skill. That was innate ability.
That radio station's really hard to get that to seek back the way you wanted it to.
Right? So let's give Tom an additional 25 for skill performance. All right. Where are we at with that? Can we get a tally on that experience? And where is everybody at? Because I'm not writing anything down.
Collective should be 250, right?
Yes. Collected is 250.
All right. And then individual bonuses, did you track that as well by chance?
I get 675.
Yeah.
And then starting next session, I'm going to give the person who does initiative tracking an additional 50, and the person who does the experience tracking an additional 50. And if one person wants to do both, that means they get an extra 100. Or if you guys split it, that's how it gets split, because I can't keep track of it.
I wrote down what.
Eventually, we'll get experience for doing Duality's job for him.
We'll be DMing our own game.
Anybody who orders me a cheeseburger gets 250 experience.
Hey!
So, you joke, but back in the day, whoever brought the best snack got an additional 100 experience points.
That's pretty interesting.
What
And-
were the boundaries on snack?
What do you mean?
Like limitations. What would be considered? or
Oh,
what would
back in the
qualify as a
day?
snack?
$10 was the maximum that you could spend on a snack. Now, if you went
So
and
if you
splurged,
paid a hooker for $10 to come in and just
okay, so I prefer my hookers to be at least the $2.50 an hour mark, 1,000 for an overnight, but I don't do the $10 thing. Sorry.
what if it's a very, very generous sister?
I'll do you for it, one.
Yeah, exactly. That's how she talks too.
What?
No, thank you.
Sorry,
No,
you're
thank
gonna
you.
have to talk in my good ear.
I'll take some Jack Link's beef jerky, or Slim Jims were actually what they were back in the day. We didn't have Jack Link's.
Did you say you wanted me to jack your link?
Yee. God, they got the little
She's
claw.
sister. She's a man of God. That woman knows how to do it. She knows how to bow her head.
Thank Christ.
As long as she spanks me with the yardstick when she's doing it, we're all good.
Doing what?
You know what I'm talking about. God. Xbox achievement sound goes off. New kink unlocked. None spanking with ruler. Bony hand job while getting spanked with ruler.
It's like trying to get well water out.
Dude, it'd be like one of those cold, like, bony hands with like the oh man. God.
Well water.
Where are we at on that experience tally?
I'm
All
waiting.
right, time out. We got it.
Isabella-
We got it.
Okay.
Isabella's got 675.
Okay.
Death also has 675.
Yeah.
Nate has 600. Frail has 350. And I have 625.
Perfect. Add that to your guys' character sheets anywhere you want to.
I got 300. Where'd you get the 375 from?
I thought you got for didn't you say extra role play for
Yes,
being so super scared of the spiders?
I did say that.
I thought that was a joke.
Nope.
Got it. Thank you.
I don't joke about experience points. I give them out.
Thank you for your pity points.
Yeah, I give them out
Yeah.
like herpes in Vegas.
Oh, good. I haven't had herpes in a while.
I mean,
Yes.
Oh no, that's not how herpes works. Once you have it, you have it.
pretty soon it'll just be
Bobby,
like
how
taking
do
your
you know
NyQuil,
that?
cold flu, and AIDS.
I mean, how do I know? Because I've lived a life that is
All right, I really don't want to picture Death's herpes. So we are going to call this for the night. I'm going to click this button and end the recording.
Wait, no, I gotta get back in game and get him out of my car. If he's got herpes, he's gotta get out of my car right now.
He's not the one in your car. That's
We gotta
Frail.
go back in.
Frail's in your car.
Frail's
Oh,
Frail's in your car.
Yeah.
All you got to worry
Yeah,
about
you're
now
right.
is your ceiling looking like Carlsbad Caverns.
The only thing I did want to say, though, of the closest of different daring action had to have been Frail's character pointing and saying, "We have to help him."
True.
He did point
did.
point that out.
He did. You know what? Give Frail an extra.
We're already too late.
Hold on. We're gonna do this. Roll 1d2. If it's a 1, it's 100. If it's a 2, it's 200.
What is the DM paying you to give me all these?
100. So give Frail an
It's not-
extra
it's not
100.
pity points, man. We're talking about what people did. There
Yep.
was a lot of times.
Frail
that
gets an extra
sometimes that
100.
shines it.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
So we will pick this
Not
up
only
again
did
in
Phil try
2
to save
weeks.
My life, he didn't try to help me either.
It was really fun to